Do you enjoy Rioja wine and Tempranillo based wines? I know I do. And we're going to talk about the different aging requirements in Rioja, and I'll give you two bottles to choose, one for $10, one for closer to 35. Welcome back to Drinking It In. Welcome back to the Wine Advent Calendar. We're on day 13. Sometimes I lose track. I'm trying to get all these things recorded, so I'm releasing daily videos for you. It's not the easiest thing to do. Rioja, well, Tempranillo grape. Tempranillo, fantastic grape, medium to full-bodied reds, a lot of strawberry flavors, lovely, lovely wines, and they make up the wines in Rioja. But I think when you're looking at Rioja wines, there are a number of different terms that you can see on a label that can be confusing if you don't really know what you're getting into. And the different terms really just drive the aging requirements for those Rioja wines. And you can kind of envision, right, as you get more barrel aged and time in the bottle, those wines are generally going to be bigger. So let's kind of go through the main terms. So if you see just a regular Rioja or something that says Joven, I think it's Joven, Joven, that just means it has no particular aging requirements, or it hasn't followed an aging requirement so that it would get a different label. Crianza is the next step up, and I would consider these the base Rioja wines. These wines have a minimum aging requirement of 2 years, 6 months of which needs to be in the barrel. Reserva, those have to be aged 3 years and 1 year in the barrel. These are minimum. And then last but not least, Gran Reserva. These are much bigger wines, 5 years of aging, 2 years in barrel. So like right now, if you're going to look for a 2021 Gran Reserva, it doesn't exist yet, right? Because it hasn't been released into the marketplace just yet. So hopefully now that that's out of the way, you can, next time you see those terms on a bottle, you have a sense for what they mean. And obviously, if you get a Crianza, it's going to drink like an everyday bottle, more red fruited in nature, no real oak influence. But if you're looking at a Gran Reserva, that's going to be bigger. It's going to be more oaky. You'll get some of those baking spices and vanilla notes. Rioja, because of the American oak, it can sometimes have notes of coconut, which is really fun. So if you're doing a blind tasting, you see some coconut in a red wine, maybe it's Rioja. All right, I've got 2 bottles for you to target, ones that I've always had good experience with. Number 1 is the Cune Rioja. This can be had for $10 to $12. It's a perfect everyday Rioja if you want to explore some Tempranillo wines. I probably should mention it's the Cune Rioja Crianza that I'm talking about. And then if you want to go up a little in class, the Muga Rioja Selection Especial. It's one that I've enjoyed quite a bit, several times, whether that's at home or it's a pretty regular appearance on the Capitol Grill Wine by the Glass list. Bigger, some earth, a little spicy, really, really nice. It's perfect for now, and you could also just let that sit in your cellar for a few years without any bad repercussions. It will develop. That's all I have for you. Thank you so much for joining. I will talk to you tomorrow.